Hi, everybody. Thanks for jumping on and joining us in one of the first Passover listings podcasts that we're doing. We have on here a wonderful guest and program operator, Stuart Morginstin from VIP, Kosher Tours out of Playa del Carmen. They're having a wonderful program in Mexico this year at the Paradisus Hotel. Hey, Stuart, how are you?
Wonderful. Pleasure to see you.
Yes, yes, as are you. And so just for everyone kind of listening in, this is going to be pretty quick. We're not going to make this 20, 30 minutes. So you'll get what you need within hopefully 5 to 10 minutes. We like to keep these quick based on the feedback that we get from everybody. What we're going to talk about is exactly what you want to know. We want to know about where the hotel is located. We kind of covered that. About the program itself, the crowd, the pricing, how it differentiates with other Mexico or US programs. And we'll get into the details, right? Which is how you can make your decision. And then obviously we'll end with how you can contact VIP. So first thing, right, that everyone asks always is how long have you been around for? And how long have you been within the Pesach industry for? So maybe talk
So
a little bit about that.
absolutely. We this is our 30th year of Passover. So we've been doing this for quite a long time. Extremely successful. We've been doing for 18 years the Arizona Biltmore, which was always known as the premier Passover program, where we would always innovate and come up with creative ideas that the industry would then follow. So we were one of the first ones to come up with themed tea rooms way back. And then we were the first ones to come up with the barbecue. All day it was done at the Arizona Biltmore, and then everyone are again following what we do. So we love to innovate and create and really step up and do something that's a little different.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps us unique.
Yeah, yeah. The poolside barbecues, the barbecues are great. You talking about some of like the uniqueness. So, like, there's so many programs this year in Mexico. All around Mexico. There's a lot of programs that are, on the beach. There's a lot of programs that are in Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Cancun, near Cancun. How if someone was looking at your program and they were looking at, others, how would you describe your program? And maybe how is it a little bit different than maybe some others out there? And we could
Absolutely.
talk about
Sure.
that.
One of the benefits is our hotel. The Paradisus Playa del Carmen is a five-star, five-diamond hotel, and it's a unique property. It is a perfect Passover property. Unlike some of the other properties, we are a way larger property. So it offers so much more. There are other properties that are probably a quarter of the size. So we have the space that other properties don't have. And because of that, we're offering 16 restaurants, and the 16 restaurants that we're offering are all food restaurants, not just like a coffee shop or an ice cream shop. They're real restaurants. We'll have
Wow.
4 tea room areas, and one of the restaurants will be a buffet, a meat buffet. One will be a dairy buffet, which is accessible all the time. And unlike other properties, we're not feeding people in the ballroom, so you don't have that where everyone is all in one large ballroom. If you like that ballroom type experience, you can attend any one of our buffets, which are open all for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you can have that feel. But what we're doing is something unique. We are actually serving in gourmet restaurants. So the food is cooked fresh to order. And that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference for Pesach. It also helps people with special dietary needs. Where in the past, when you're in a large ballroom, you've got someone looking to find you with your special meal order that you ordered way in advance. The food has been sitting somewhere in a hot box because they don't know what time you're coming. They're making it, somebody's looking for you, they find you now, so you're not at the table. This is more of a fine dining experience, no different than going to any restaurant in Manhattan,
Hmm.
Miami, anywhere. You receive a menu, you order off the menu, and they're serving you so that when you're having your second course and your third course happens to be the main course, they're going to cook the main course while you're eating your second course, and they're
Hmm.
going to cook it the way you want. So if you want your chicken breast seared with no sauce, dry, just a little olive oil, it'll be cooked exactly like that. The vegetables the same way. So it now gives you the opportunity to get the food that you like, get it the way you like it, and have a wonderful experience versus having all the mass food that is pre-prepared and is sitting out on a buffet.
Yeah,
So, and
that's
some
great.
people do like buffet, and buffet is nice from time to time. For breakfast, buffet is great.
It's yeah, it's
You
great.
go and you
I think
go
it's
and you have
really
what you want.
it's great to have the optionality, right?
Right.
People.
You have the options, and we have 16 options.
Yeah.
So there is not another Passover program that has the options we have. There's
Okay.
not another Passover program that has the entertainment that we have.
Let's talk about let's hit the entertainment because entertainment looks just not it
Yeah,
looks unbelievable.
it
For
is. It
like it's
is.
just it's
We
crazy,
have
right? You
we
got
have Ishai
Ishai,
Rebo.
yeah.
Ishai is amazing. We have Avi Peretz, who's amazing. We have Lior Suchard with two of his associates, who is going to be spending the whole Pesach going around, not just doing a show, but
Hmm.
he's going to be doing workshops. He's going to be doing
That's
workshops
great.
with the children. He's
Mhm.
going to be, you'll find him. He will find you actually. So he may find you in one of the various lobby areas. And that's another blessing that we have compared to other hotels. Some
Hmm.
hotel, the lobby is so restrictive that they don't really have much seating. We
Hmm.
have many areas where people can go and seat and relax, and day beds and beds in the lobbies and
Hmm.
couches and cozy areas. And you might find Lior coming up and showing you some interesting tricks or some of his
Oh, that's
associates.
cool.
So
Okay.
that'll be going on all during the day and the evening as well. We
Hmm.
have 15 bars. So you really have to
Wow.
walk no more than about 4 minutes or 3 minutes, and you can find the bar, whether it's a
Wow.
swim up bar or a regular bar.
Yeah.
And all of our food is
All inclusive.
all inclusive, everything's included.
Hmm.
Jay Bucksbaum is our wine concierge,
Okay.
and Jay Bucksbaum of Royal Wines is planning some really amazing wines. We are pairing wineries with restaurants.
Wow.
So if you're going to the Italian restaurant, we'll have Bartenura, and we'll
Yeah.
have all the wines from Bartenura. In the Italian restaurant, Spanish restaurant, we'll have LV,
Hmm.
and just where it's an amazing
Yeah.
selection of
That's
wines.
great. No,
We'll have
it's
cocktails at all the bars. And what's nice about the pools is that everywhere you go, every pool or the beach has service. They have servers that do this 52 weeks a year,
wow.
7 days a week.
Right.
So they know their locations, they know their spots. If Jose has a section A3, that's his section every day.
Wow.
And
And this is
it's
at the, and just to just clarify, right? This is waiter service not only at the pool 24/7, but also at the beaches
It's at
as
the
well.
beaches, not
Right.
24/7, though, because you can't really get it all the time.
Right.
But
Right.
all the while that the pools are open during,
During
regular
the pool
hours,
hours. Right.
pool hours,
Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
service and
Yeah.
all the time, just like we have room service.
Right.
So God forbid that you decide not to go out, or you just want to
Right.
relax on your patio or balcony, and you can enjoy room service. And then we
Hmm.
also have mini bars that are stocked in the room.
Yeah.
So you don't
No,
have to go to the tea room and schlep everything up. You'll be able to get items in your mini bar, which is filled every day.
right. Right. No, it sounds great. I mean, that's definitely really, really interesting. Another thing that came up on our platform by a lot of guests was, your program is going to be massive, right? I'd love to, talk about like first off, how many rooms, you're taking over the entire hotel, how many rooms you're going to have, how many people you're going to have, and frankly, two other questions I have for you is like, what type of crowd is it? Right, because obviously, some programs they get, a more religious crowd. Some programs get a more modern Orthodox crowd. How are you going to manage these operations? Maybe talk a little bit about, also the upscale, getaways
Absolutely,
piece as well.
absolutely. So just to touch in about the crowds, I'll give you a little background. Our goal is about 1,400 guests, similar to what we used to do at the Arizona Biltmore.
Hmm.
Even though we are taking over the hotel the first year, we are not going to take the full capacity of the hotel. And that's also what allows us to do some amazing entertainment with all these entertainers, because just if you take Lior Suchard, not Lior Suchard, if you take Ishai Rebo, with the production team that he's coming, it's huge undertaking. And I think it's about 17 rooms. So by having a property where we're not going to be utilizing all of the sleeping rooms, it allows us to bring in entertainment that other properties that are smaller just don't have the rooms, the excess rooms to do. And if we were in a hotel with a much smaller hotel, we also would not have those rooms. So having this larger property is a blessing.
Yeah.
And then as far as the crowd, I like to say that we are Achenu Kol Beit Yisrael, because I don't think anyone can fairly say that they have a certain crowd, because I know Pesach is a family operation. You see large family groups. And in the large family groups of 10 rooms, you will definitely see where the grandfather might not be Shomer Shabbat, and the grandkids are in Daf Yomi and they're wearing a black hat, and then everybody in between. And we like to feel that everyone can be comfortable in our place because the families are crossed over. You have families that have Ashkenaz and Sephardic. We do have a Persian restaurant that is a totally separate restaurant from the rest of the buildings. And that restaurant will be a Kitniot restaurant, and it will have its own Persian rabbi who's going to certify and be in charge of that restaurant. None of the Kitniot will leave that restaurant. We have Chef Bijan from Brooklyn, who is one of the best Persian chefs around. His cuisine is just off the charts, and we're very proud to feature him. And then in that restaurant, we are going to add a regular sushi bar, which will feature rice. So for those that do eat rice, we'll have it, but nothing can leave that restaurant. So you can only enjoy and dine in that restaurant, so that the rest of the program will remain Kitniot free, and there's no issue with that. You will be able to enjoy Chef Bijan's Persian kebabs and everything, because those have no Kitniot on it. So those will be on the menus at the pools and the beaches and all over. So you can always get something whether you're at the beach. And if you do eat Kitniot, you do have a little outlet, a nice restaurant that you can go to. So we're very proud to be able to offer that service. And then in the family groups, we have some that are a little more religious, a little more to the right. So we are offering a separate male beach and a female beach to accommodate those as well. So they will have their own beach and they don't have to mix. And then the rest of the beach is family. We're blessed with huge, huge beach. We have plenty of room. And because we're not really using the capacity of the hotel, another great option is that the hotel has about 2.4 chairs per person. So a lot of hotels cannot accommodate, and this is all over the Passover industry. That's why it took me a long time to secure and find the right hotel. Because now
you wanted to make sure there's enough room for everybody to sit.
There's enough chairs. You don't have to go down at 6 in the morning and put your books down to save your chairs. We have enough chairs, and you can possibly go from pool to pool or to the beach and not worry about it.
Right. No, it sounds great. I want to talk a little about the price, which is probably in everyone's mind. Like, how much is this? Is this expensive, right? So first off, I want to make note, that you guys have a charter, right, flight. You can talk about
we have charter flights. We've just added more charters because we sold out the other charters.
Perfect.
Thank God.
And then I want to, and also I want to talk about the price, and also how it relates to like the last Shabbos, the Shabbos after Pesach as well. So just for people's purposes, just to make it really, really clear, is how much is it for 2 adults? Let's just keep it simple. 2 adults in one standard room, not including the last Shabbos and including the last Shabbos. So let's kind of break that up.
Not including the last Shabbat, it's $15,725, and $15,725. And if you include the last Shabbat, I think it's like $18,125.
Okay.
To include the last Shabbat, and that's in a junior suite. So another blessing for this hotel is that it's an all-suite property. So it's really not a room, and all the suites are nice. And we are a luxury Passover program, but we do have some promotions going we had finished a bunch of promotions, and right now we're on stage 2 of promotions where we have upgrades. So if you do book a junior suite, we move you up 1 level and you get a junior reserve suite. And the junior reserve suite is wonderful because it gives you private concierge, it gives you a lot of other benefits, and that we do in every class of room. So every class of suite, whatever you book, you will move up 1. You get a nice upgrade because, again, being on a luxury Passover program with everything that we're providing, you want to be able to enjoy and experience on a really high level. And that's what we really are all about, because if you look at the pricing, and I tell every guest, a lot of times people look at the room price, and especially because they're suites, I always say, don't look at the room price. Look at how many guests you have in the room price and divide it and see what the per person price is. So especially with some of our specials that we have, the per person price is really reasonable. So we're doing a per person, we have if you take a junior suite for 4 guests,
Yeah.
it's $39.99 per guest, plus the service charge, the tax and service charge.
Right.
So when you look at that, it's value, and
Yeah.
you're really getting value. The nice thing is, because the suites are larger and you add additional guests versus getting other suites, you bring down your per person cost by taking, you can take a
Absolutely.
room. I know you could see a room that could be $24,000, but don't look at the
Right. You got to look
$24,000.
at it about per person. Absolutely.
If you have 6 people in that room, now look at what your cost is, and it's really very reasonable.
Right. Well, Stuart, this has been great. I know we're kind of getting to the end of the interview here and podcast. I think one of the things that, of course, people want to find out is how do they reach you? Obviously, they can reach you on our website, passoverlistings.com. They can also reach you via
They have our website, which is
your website,
VIPkoshertours.com. There's a contact
VIPkoshertours.com.
page.
Yeah.
Right. And I do recommend everyone to look at our website, because we disclose all of our pricing. Everything is fully disclosed, the rooms, all the different sizes. So you
Perfect.
can really see everything.
And how do they, is that the best way for them to contact you, or is there an email or a number that you also
Well,
want?
there's a contact page through the
Perfect.
website. There's also a phone number that they can call, either
Perfect.
one, with live operator that will answer the phone at any hour, 24/7.
Yep.
So that
Okay,
if
so
someone is in Europe,
VIPkoshertours.com. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at Passover Listings. Definitely, guys, take a look at this program. Looks like one of the amazing programs this year, as there are many others, but this is a hot one on the market today. Last question, actually, frankly, if you how close are you guys to selling out here? Right? Is this 80%? I mean, how close in terms of people?
right now, I'm proud to say that we are probably at 75%,
Perfect.
and which is a wonderful number for us.
Okay.
And it allows us to really securely know how to purvey our program. So when we order our products, make sure that we're not shut out. We've already placed quite a few orders for Passover products to make sure that we're way ahead, and we'll have delivery as soon as possible, so that I know that there's typical shortages in the Passover industry, but we're one of the first ones to have orders in.
Great, great. Well, thank you for coming on, taking some time out. I hope this was helpful for everybody jumping on, making your decisions, this month. And looking forward to seeing you again, Stuart. Thanks so much. And all the best. Take care.